Welcome to Lab Matters. I'm your host, Paul Roberts. I'm an editor at threatpost.com and a security evangelist here at Kaspersky Lab. And today we're going to be speaking with Andrey Nikishin, who's the director of Cloud and Content Technologies here at Kaspersky, about security in the cloud. Andrey, welcome.
Thank you very much, Paul.
So I guess to start off, when we're talking about cloud in the context of security, what are we really talking about?
Actually, I do believe that most of you remember, and you definitely remember, old good client-server technology. Mm-hmm. It's almost the same, but server put somewhere in the cloud, in the internet. Usually, internet is drawing as a cloud, some clouds, and because of that, client-server, modern cloud-server technology called cloud technologies. Okay. Yeah, because they are put somewhere in the cloud. And it's, from technological point of view, from technical point of view, it's almost the same, client-server.
So the server client continues to run on your computer, laptop, desktop, mobile device, but the server component is hosted on the internet.
Yeah, correct.
And the advantages?
You don't need to put all of the technology, all of the pieces of code on your very small devices. So, currently you've got iPad, I've got iPad. They get not so sophisticated CPU, for example, and you don't need to install all of the security technologies in one very small device. On the other hand, we can put all very sophisticated, very complex technology in our servers because we got almost unlimited CPU power on our side. And because of that, we can implement more sophisticated algorithms to combat threats.
So we're used to antivirus software, for example, running on our endpoints, running on our laptops, desktops. How does the cloud impact how, where security software is running, how it works, and how it's delivered to customers? You
mentioned, modern antivirus solution, which includes on-site approach. And opposite, it's possible to use in the cloud approach. Then all of the protection technologies host on server somewhere in cloud, and you've got very, very light client on your PC, and client send piece of that data to the cloud, and cloud decided is it malicious or not, suspicious or not, and reply you with verdict. That's a pure cloud. Why? Why it's better than on-site technologies? Because you don't need to get any updates. So you would be instantly updated. Because we industry, we Kaspersky, we update our in the cloud databases almost instantly. And you will be protected as soon as we update our in the cloud databases as our rest of our customers. On the other hand, if you do not have internet, what to do? We cannot use purely in the cloud solution in this case because there are some places in the world without internet connections, unfortunately. So we at Kaspersky, we utilize hybrid approach. Then some portion of protection technology installed on site on your computer, on your mobile device, and rest of the technologies, very sophisticated, very complex, put in the cloud. Okay. So you will be protected in any case, with internet or without internet. If you downloaded some thread from the internet or you bring your data stick and put in your computer.
Okay, so by having the processing, the heavy lifting hosted on the internet, you're allowed to have a thinner, lighter endpoint client, and that's going to save your computer from having to do a lot of processing on its own just to detect threats. Is there any kind of benefits in terms of threat detection that comes from putting the server component into the cloud?
Definitely. As I mentioned, we save a lot of times on preparing database update and definitely on downloading database update by customers. That's ours. And on the other hand, we can utilize very sophisticated algorithm to detect combat. And virus writers, black guys, black hats, they can't understand our algorithm because they are private. They store on our internal servers. And in this case, we can change our technology very rapidly and again increase protection level for our customers.
Should people be concerned about private information, personal information that is being transmitted up to the cloud as part of this service, or is it more or less anonymous data that you guys are sending back and forth?
Definitely no, they do not have any concerns, because we do not transfer any private data. We transfer only digital fingerprints, and it is impossible, technically impossible, to reverse from fingerprints to back to the file to check to get the file based on fingerprints. So the same approach we utilize for not only for files but for email, for example. We've got spam detection in the cloud, and definitely we cannot transfer all of the email, of body of email to the cloud. It's a private data, and we are not allowed to do that.
Okay. So more and more people are using applications that are hosted on the internet. Obviously, social networking is an example, online storage, and so on. How is the security companies like Kaspersky going to respond to that? So where is this going? What are we, as we look forward into the future, what types of features or products are we going to see that specifically secure cloud-based applications and infrastructure?
You mentioned social network. It's a very good example of Web 2.0 resources. Then I talked about Web 2.0. I mean that content itself depends on who asks for a content then and from there. And in this case, a hybrid approach again will help you, because in this case we've got some analysis technologies on site on your computer, and then some unwanted content downloaded to your computer. We can understand that content is unwanted by you and block it. That's our approach.
Okay. Okay. And is this, because you mentioned it's a hybrid, so people need protection both when they're online and when they're offline. So you're saying the approach needs to be you have some stuff that's running locally and some stuff that's cloud enabled. Right now, people have antivirus software, they have firewall, they have anti-spam. Are all these products kind of moving to the cloud? Will we at some point have a purely cloud-based security product?
Purely cloud-based, we believe that purely cloud-based approach is not reliable, because there are a number of threats, type of threats which live without internet, and we have to protect against all threats also, like file malicious software. They could be downloaded to your computer without any internet from removable devices, for example, or from the local intranet of the company or intranet in your home. That's why only hybrid protection could be used. Another example is anti-spam. To reach the best result in detection rate of spam, we have to analyze content of the message, word by word, sentence by sentence. And in this case, as I mentioned earlier, we cannot send the content of the message to the cloud because of security measures. And to analyze the content, we use hybrid or on-site, some algorithm very light, and which doesn't require any updates, frequent updates. So, and only in combining both approach allows us to reach, greatest protection level.
Okay, so you're a consumer, you're a small business, and you want to take advantage of these cloud-based security offerings. How do you do it?
It's very easy. You have to participate in Kaspersky Security Network. There is a special checkbox, and then you switch checkbox. Yes, I want to be a part of Kaspersky Security Network. You will be protected immediately. Okay,
and I think that's all we have time for, but Andrey, thank you very much for coming in and talking with Lab Matters. I'm your host, Paul, and thanks very much for joining us. If you want to see other issues of Lab Matters, you can do that online at youtube.com/securelist. And thanks very much for tuning in.